All right, YouTube, what's going on? So, did a little running today, little ripping today. Uh, did a little bit of work on some of my platforms. Couple of things to touch on, and you guys will see here in a little bit, or it may have already come out, but there's a couple of videos. It's going to be a two-part video, but all in the same video, so you got to watch the whole first one to get to the second one. Instead of breaking it up into two videos, I just spliced them both together. I'm learning how to use the editing software that I have. It's really good. It's called Power Director, and I highly recommend it to you guys. It's only $13 for 3 months. So every 3 months, 13 bucks, and it's unlimited. There's no watermark. It's really good. Once you get the hang of it, it's really easy to use. I'm trying to venture out a little bit more. My next real ripping video, we may go back out to the sand pit where I was the other day, but I'm only going to take one platform because it's just too much to clean. And you got to really make sure that you keep your air filters on. Take a nice clean filter. But anyway, Power Director, we'll get some better video. Not a lot of talking, just running and jumping and bashing, and maybe some kick-ass rock and roll or something like that. So I'm getting the hang of it. It's taken me a little bit to get used to it, but I'm venturing out and we'll be able to do more. Power Director. Look it up, download it. It's there's a free, you can download it for free and use it, but you're gonna have a limited access. There's no water, there might be, yeah, I think there's a watermark, but it's very small in the corner. So you can use it forever for free, but you're not gonna have as much. You know, 13 bucks every 3 months is well worth it. So if you want to get better videos and you know, get your name out there and music and pictures and editing, Power Director, okay? Alright guys, so just watching a little Boda Gel from 2018 in the summer bash at LI Bash, where he jumped on the roof of I think it's Anthony that owns LI Bash, up on the roof. He'll do that in a few minutes, I think. I've already watched it once today. So we're not gonna run the LRP for a while. I'm really not impressed with the LRP at all. It's just not quality. It's just not there. Even with the Novorossi carburetor, it's crap. I mean, it's got power, but non-modded, and what I understand, even modded, it's still crap. So we're gonna let it rest for a little while. I'm not gonna put any more fuel on it for a while. I got some after run in there, and bottom dead center, and we'll let it take a nap for a bit. But what we're going to be doing, and I got my clutch all ready to go. Yeah, 14T Bell, and I've only had 1 or 2 rips on these clutch shoes. They're Losi. This is a complete Losi set, flywheel and clutch right here, so it's ready to go. What we're going to do, guys, is in a couple of weeks I'm going to be buying another Novorossi Rex Legend. I'm going to look at some other Novorossis. Some guys say that .21s just don't do it for them, but I think they're badass, man. Even stock, these things have got a lot of pep, a lot of pop, a lot of power, man. You know, they're little rippers, man. For these buggies, they do just fine. I know that a modded 21 is going to be a lot more power, but for what? I'm just bashing, man. It's not that big a deal, and I'm still young enough in 1/8 scale hobby that this shit does it for me. I mean, granted, I've got some quality 21s here, the Drake and the VZB, and I plan on probably getting a couple of more 21s I was going to get that Roma 25 and have it modded, but I got talked out of that. That's why you guys, I talked it up, but it never showed up because I'm just not going to do it. Same thing with the LRP, guys. I was looking around at parts and things like that. You can't get parts for these things. I mean, if you strip a head button or something like that, they're nowhere to be found. I mean, guys, let me know if I'm wrong. But I was just looking through. That's why I put it to rest here for a while, because I don't want to bang it and, you know, bash it to death and then not have any parts to replace them with. So we'll just let it chill. I'll bring it out later on again. But I mean, you know, it kind of sucks. I know they were having issues and stuff, but I mean, I looked up LRP parts, and I didn't go to LRP. I went to LRP in the UK, and they have everything for them. But here in the States, I just wasn't finding it. If I'm wrong, man, you guys point me in the right direction, and I'll pull this back out. I want to order, if I can find parts, I want to order parts for them and have them put away, because I know they're going to discontinue this again. So let me know if you guys know where to get parts for this LRP Spec 4 ZR .32. But for now, until I find parts for them, it's going to sit for a while and relax. But I'll probably buy another 21, maybe an OS. But more than likely, it's going to be a Novorossi. I like that Mito 7. There's a couple of others I was looking at. But I'm definitely going to be getting another Rex Legend, and I will be getting a modified Rex Legend. I'm not going to buy one and send it off. I already touched base with RCR Lance, and I'm going to buy one that's already modded. I just need a few weeks to get that done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and break in this this brand new Rex Legend .28. And we'll use it in the Techno for now. There it is, guys. Brand new. Well, I did 4 heat cycles on it and 2 break-in tanks, and then I went through all that crap with the Muggy, and I put it up. But it's had plenty of after run in it, and it's ready to continue the journey of break-in. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to break this in, and we're going to use it in the Techno. I'll probably break it in the Hyper 7 like I do all my break-ins. I mean, I could break it in here on the Techno, no big deal, since I've already got the engine out of it. But yeah, we'll get it broke in, and next rip that I do is probably going to be the 8T. I still want to continue to make sure that these 4.0 diffs are good in the 8T, and that 1 or 2 runs that I did, I was having no more crunchy diffs, no more issues, nothing like that. Can't remember why I didn't. Something happened and I didn't run it the other day. I don't remember what it was, but she's good to go. The 8T is good to go, and we'll get an engine put in the Techno here pretty soon. Other than that, guys, so I don't know if the video's already out or not, but we got the MBX5. Now I don't know if this is a MBX5R or if it's the race spec. You guys tell me, because Muggy was talking about his being a race spec, and I just don't know. This is the one that I bought for $100, and then another $60 to do the OS came in there, and I rebuilt the OS. So $160. I got a brand new OS V-spec and the MBX5. And the reason I want to know if this is a race spec or an R, because it has these huge shock towers and all this aluminum and carbon fiber, and I don't know if the R came like this. I don't know if the shock towers and all the aluminum parts, I mean everything, even the chassis, I know the chassis is not the stock chassis, it's a upgraded chassis for it. It's that same type of bronze or gold anodized aluminum. This chassis brace is the same as the chassis, but the front chassis brace is that blue anodized aluminum. Now, it says on here Florini, and on the back here it says Ultra Racing. Ultra Racing. This thing really was not run that much. There's only one real scratch right there on the chassis. But other than that, it's clean as hell. Could probably use some new front A-arms. I mean, they're not beat up too bad, but they're a little bit worn underneath. And I'm still getting used to these pillow balls and how to set my toe and all that. It's a lot different than the Hyper for sure. I haven't got my new servos yet. I'm still using a JR servo, and this one is one of my old Habal servos. But if y'all see in that video, everything's together, man. I did a brand new diff in the center. I rebuilt the front and the rear diffs, so it's got all brand new diffs in it. 50 in the front, 50 in the rear, 100 in the center. You know how we do it. Put new fuel lines on it. I was having an issue with the fuel filter that I had on there, and it was running lean up and down. And what it was, I took it off. What it was is it wasn't tight. It was loose right here. So I just went ahead and put this one on instead. Made sure it was tight. All new fuel lines, and this looks like the original tank, but there's no leaks or anything. I'll probably get a new tank for it. I know Muggy said that he was using the MBX7, but and then also the engine mounts, they're in here backwards. You can see where they cut off this side, so they're flipped around. They're king heads, but they do the job. They're fine. Running a 14 tooth bell with Max Life. You know, that's all I ever run, are Max Life aluminum shoes. 3 shoe clutches on my buggies and 4 shoe clutches on my truggies. So just wanted to touch base with y'all and let y'all know what's going on. So we'll probably continue to keep ripping. And I want to tell you guys, man, the truggies are cool. They're badass. They're big. They can get through a lot more. But there's just something about these buggies, man, that just turned me on, man. They're quick, they're nimble, they're agile. They scoot down the road. You don't have to have a huge engine in there. As long as you have a quality engine, you know, dialed in. I think I love the buggies more than I do the truggies. I don't know. The truggies are pretty cool. They're badass too. I mean, I've got almost $1,800 in this Techno right here, and I would rather run one of these buggies over here. Call me crazy or not, but it's just the way it is. So anyway, guys, back to work tomorrow. Working on my wife's vacuum here. She gets upset because I vacuum in here and I suck stuff up in it. I try not to. I try to pick anything off the floor. But you know how much silicone spray and stuff we use. It actually, there's a cone filter in there, and it's kind of coated the filter, so I had to clean it out. But I have another Dyson in the house. I just need to get a, what do you call it, a belt for it. Again, guy, Bones Brew. I was trying to get rid of my Byrons today. I won't be buying any more Byrons. Too expensive, man. These people think this shit's made of gold. I'm not going to pay it. I'm not going to be extorted like that. It's great fuel, don't get me wrong, but the Bones Brew is just as good, man. I know, I've been running them both. So, got my 12 quarts coming. What I'll probably do is I'll probably run until I get through 6 of them, and then I'll re-up 12 again. So, we'll just keep it stocked all the time. This is the least Nitro fuel I've ever had in the Nitro barn. I used to have nothing but VP. And, I mean, VP's okay too, but it doesn't really fight corrosion as well as the bones or the Byron's does. And I think a lot has to do with that 50/50 synthetic content that it has in it. Alright guys, and do I have any more stickers? So this was the one that I was going to send to RB Mods. Never got around to it. We bought servos instead. But you know, it is what it is. Maybe one day I'll use Rick over at RB Mods to get something else modded. But for now, we're going to go ahead and get the Rex Legend from Lance at RCR. Maybe about probably 2-3 weeks, and I'll have that ordered. And I guess it's already done, you know. He's already got them broken in, ready to go. So it should be just putting it in the mail and it's sending it and going from there. How much time we got? 15. Probably want to put this Max Star .28. I was not really impressed with it, but I know the Nitro nerd, man, he can get this shit ripping big time. But everything at bottom dead center. I may throw it in one of these buggies and just see if we can't get it tuned. I mean, I'm doing a lot better on my tuning. I've learned a lot over the past few months. You know, thanks to guys like Family Affair and Raja and guys like that who have actually commented to me behind the scenes and, you know, kind of mentored me on that type of stuff. So shout out Raja, shout out Family Affair. You're really my two go-to guys, and I couldn't think of two better people, two positive people in 1/8 scale Nitro to be mentoring me. I appreciate you guys 150%, man. Positive, positive, positive people. That's what we need in this hobby. We don't need all this badass, I'm better than you, I got better stuff than you. Let's all get each other's back, man. You know, if you can't afford the nice whips, the Technos, the LRPs, the modded engines, the Mugans and the Associate, if you can't afford all that stuff, man, be happy with what you got, have fun with what you got, make what you got the best it can be, and you be the best you can be. I told my grandmother one time years ago, you know, I at that time I was vice president of operations for a large moving company in San Antonio. And I wasn't always on the truck, guys. I've been in sales, estimates, I've been operations manager, I've been the vice president of a large moving company. So just happens that I'm back on the truck driving. That's where I want to be. That's where I've wanted to be, but now I'm ready to get off. I'm getting a little older, but it's been a blast out there, man. I've met so many people, movie stars, ball players, you name it. We've met them. But anyway, what I was saying is I told my grandmother one time, Grandma, I'm just a mover. I'm never going to be anything. I'm never going to be anybody. And she said, boy, sit down for a minute. She said, don't ever put yourself down. If you want to, yes, you're a mover, but you can be the best damn mover that you've ever seen. The best mover that anybody's ever had. When you walk in those people's house, you know, and you just have confidence and you know you're going to do a good job. Doesn't matter if you're a janitor in a school pushing a broom or working at McDonald's. Take pride in everything you do, man. That's what my grandmother told me, and that stuck with me for the rest of my life, man. I try to do everything to the best of my ability. Yes, I want to do more. Yes, I want more modded engines. Yes, I want a 5th scale. All this stuff, man, but in due time. You'll get there, but take pride in what you have right now, 100%. Alright, guys, that's going to be it for today. I'm going to really start trying to tone down the language on my channel as well. I've been cursing a lot and stuff like that. I'm about to run out of time, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. But remember, treat people the way that you want to be treated, 100%. I love all you guys out there, and y'all have a good day tomorrow. We'll see y'all.